Well, this is the last pack, the last day of these 36 packs that we have been opening all these days. Um, I was hoping by the time we reach the last pack, most of the things would have changed and everything would be back to normal. But now we know it's not that the case. Here in Colombia, where I live, the quarantine time has been extended for another 15 days, another 2 weeks. So I will have to look for other things to do in the meantime. Well, I am pretty busy actually, but in general, this gave me some kind of extra thing to do by the end of the day. So here we have the last pack. I have to say before I open that pack that obviously most of them, or all of them actually, are going to be repeated because I realized that I had the complete set some days ago. I didn't have the time to sit through the checklist, and I didn't mark neither because I don't want to do that with the card. I want to preserve the card in the same state as it was found in the package. But I found that I already had completed the set. Obviously, since the quarantine is going to be extended, there will be extra videos about the set and my impressions on each image and each card, and probably some details about the general information about the photos that we find in the cards. So this is not going to be a very long direct, because obviously there is nothing new here unless we get a special card, but I don't think so. So we are going to open the pack as we have seen so many times. I wanted to do this live for the last pack. I ignore if there are other packs of these around the world that hadn't been opened. So let's see what we got in the last pack. The first card is the special effects card, the miniature that they use to recreate, or to create actually, the Hamburg parking lot chase. It's a really good scene. I really like it. There is a challenge on Twitter, James Bond 30 days challenge, and I selected this scene as my favorite one because it's something that is really nice. I think that Pierce Brosnan in this scene works as an avatar of the audience. We experience his joy when the tires reinflate, and his puzzlement when the rockets didn't blast the door of the parking lot. So it's something that is really nice, and I really love the detail of having this explained in these cards. How did they manage to do this scene? So we got this one here. Okay, so this is the first one. Then we got our old good friend Jack Wade. Jack Wade. Some people don't like the character. I think it's very colorful, as we can see by his looks. Joe Don Baker, it's great in his role, in this role, especially when he played the character before in GoldenEye, and he also played a villain in The Living Daylights. He was really good. And some people don't like this character because he's seen as a replacement for Felix Leiter, but it's a nice addition. It's really good to see his familiar face once again and for the last time so far, and I think we will never see him again in the saga, joining Bond in the Tomorrow Never Dies story, the mission, looking for the real things behind tomorrow's news and the Carver Media Group shenanigans. The second chance drawing, this is a card that we see in every pack, and it's something that is interesting. I think it gives you the idea that you could win with this second chance card. You could have the possibilities, or you could increase the possibilities of winning one of these Aston Martin die-cast replicas. Nice addition for a collection would be if someone got this card. I haven't checked. Probably someone got this card, this replica. Here we got Money Penny. Oh my God. When I was looking to check the list of the cards, this one appeared nowhere. And I remember that this card appeared in one of the first two or three packs. So I was puzzled. And it happens that, or it turned out that I left the card in the box, in the original box. Here we have the pre-title sequence special effects. I really like that sequence. It's my favorite pre-title sequence in the series. I think that it's a constant ride of action and adrenaline for the audiences. Someone who hasn't seen a James Bond movie before would be instantly hooked to the story, to the action, even not, or while not understanding what's going on. It took me some years to figure out all the deal about the arms bazaar people, and also tying this with the video game, with Satoshi Isagura and all those things. But it's actually a really good scene. I really like it. It's nice. It's good. And these special effects cards show us what was made in order to create this illusion for the audiences. It's really good to see that sometimes. That was a very repeated card. This one, I think, is only 3 times. We have seen this card 3 times so far. Wei Lin escaping the Hamburg Media Group building. And, well, it's really nice. And its memory is recalled in Die Another Day when Jinx does something very similar, going down the dome where Gustav Graves got his private gardens and so on. This is a very uncommon card. Actually, I think it's the rarest one. Yo Yimbo. I think there are only 2 of this and 3 with this one. Actually, when I opened the packs and I counted the cards and I did a selection, I found that I had 2 complete sets in total. 2 complete sets. Obviously, there are some special cards that are not repeated, like the Women of Bond card with Terry Hatcher as Paris Carver, and the puzzle cards. And I was checking on the internet after doing the review, on checking the list to see what happened with the cards and all, if I had completed the collection. And well, it turns out like it was completed long ago. And but there is not so much information. Actually, there are some dedicated websites for this kind of collections, and there are no miniatures for many of these cards. Probably I will be scanning them and uploading them for others to see, because actually what I wanted to do is not only having some time to pass, but also replicate the experience of someone who has not access to these things. I didn't. Some years ago, it was something totally unthinkable for me to buy these things using the internet and a credit card. Okay, we got this Tomorrow Never Dies trading card set, card number 50, Slice and Dice. I discussed this card before, how this stunt could not be done in real life, not because the stunt of the stunt itself, but because the blades would tangle within these things and actually would create a problem with the helicopter. It's not feasible in real life. What would happen is what happens when Bond and Wei Lin tie the rope in the back rotor of the helicopter. So it's not real, but that's what James Bond is about. It's not reality, it's just escapism, which has been the formula since it started with Dr. No back in 1962. And the last card that we have to see, well, we don't have, but I'm showing you, is this one. Wei Lin jumping from one level to another in the stealth boat. I think this is one of the most common cards. Wei Lin action star. Well, Michelle Yeoh is an action star in China, and her movies are pretty good. And we see that she's very athletic and dynamic in the bike shop scene. It's really good. So these were the cards for the last pack of this trading card set. That's the last day. This is one of the longest videos. Well, it's a live. It's not a video, just a video. But I wanted to do something different for the last session, for the last pack, and this is what I've done. I am not going to publish new videos daily about these cards, but I will create a playlist, obviously, to see all the days of packs, opening the packs, and also I will be discussing probably in rounds of 10 cards or maybe special cards, I don't know, to create some videos as a follow-up, but it will be a different dynamic. It won't be every day and it won't be so often and frequently as before, because I think that this is not quite interesting for everyone. So that would be basically all for today and for this dynamic of opening the packs. Thank you very much for joining me. Thanks for listening to me. For those who got into the live and left, thanks anyway for joining. I know it's not very interesting, but probably I will be very surprised if someone drops a comment in one of the unpacking videos saying that they wanted to see this, because I know that around the world at least one or two people would like to see these kind of things. Thank you very much for joining me, and see you then around with more different videos. I will do other kind of stuff from now on. Thank you so much, and have a good night or a good day or a good afternoon, wherever you are, and see you around. Bye bye.